Hi, everyone. I'm Pastor Ken, New Ipswich Congregational Church, and this is your online Sunday school for November 8th. I hope you had a good week, and I hope you have your craft packed. I hope they've delivered your Sunday school kit already. I want to ask you, do you like parties? And if you like parties, what kind of parties do you like best? Birthday parties? We're sure we just had some Halloween parties. Some of you have some birthday parties coming up real soon. And what about Christmas parties? Do you like Christmas parties? Because we have a Christmas party that's going to be coming up. But there's also wedding parties. What about wedding parties? Do you like wedding parties? Wedding parties, pretty much the whole family comes to that. I think most any kind of party can be a lot of fun, especially if the person who has the party has chocolate cake. I like chocolate cake at parties. Um, and maybe party games. I like when they have party games too. And also when they invite lots and lots of friends. It's always good to have lots of people, lots of guests at your party. Well, in Matthew chapter 25, uh, Jesus tells a parable, and we've talked about a parable before. A parable is a story that teaches us something about heaven or about Jesus. And he told a story about 10 young women who were invited to a party, and it was a wedding party. And they were invited to the party, but no one told them what time the party was. Hmm. You ever been invited to a party and nobody told you when the party was? They just tell you, be ready. Well, they had to be ready all the time then because they didn't know when the party was. See, in Jesus' day, when a young man really, really loved a young woman, he would propose to her. He would say, well, would you marry me? And if she really, really liked him, she'd say, yes, I'll marry you. Well, he would run home. He would ask her to marry him, and she would say yes, and he would run home. You know why he ran home? Well, he would run home to build a home for them. Sometimes he might build a whole house, or he might build a room off of his parents' house, or he might rip his whole bedroom apart and rebuild it and wallpaper and make it all look nice, and that's where they would live. Well, the trouble was they couldn't start the party, the wedding party, until he had finished. That meant the poor bride and her bridesmaids had to be ready 24 hours a day because they didn't know when he was coming. Some nights, the bride would even sleep in her wedding dress. So she would be ready in case he came at night. They had to make sure everything was ready all the time so when he came, they could jump up and go. Well, to make sure that the young man did a good job on building his home, the party also couldn't start until the father said so. He needed his dad's permission. So he worked really hard to make sure everything was ready. And when his dad said, okay, he didn't wait 1 minute longer. He took off running for the bride's house, no matter what time of day it was, night or day, or what day of the week it was. It didn't matter to him. He ran. So in the parable, Jesus is telling us the bridegroom is coming in the middle of the night. And suddenly everybody hears him yell, ready or not, here I come. Whoa. It was dark and they couldn't see anything. Did you ever wake up and it's dark and you can't see anything? I hope you have a flashlight so when it gets dark or when we lose power, you can turn it on and you can see where you're going. I also think it's a good idea to have extra batteries in case your batteries get used up and your flashlight goes out. Well, the 10 bridesmaids in the parable didn't have any flashlights. What they had were little oil lamps. These were little clay lamps you filled with oil, and you would light them, and a little flame would pop up, and you could see where you were going. So when they heard the bridegroom yelling, they jumped up and lit their lamps, and they went running out to meet him. Well, 5 of them did. The other 5 weren't very good about keeping their lamps filled with oil, and they didn't have any extra oil around. They had let them run out. It's kind of like having a flashlight with dead batteries. It's not going to do you any good in the dark if you can't turn it on. So they yelled to the other 5 who had oil, hey, give us some of your oil. And the other says, we can't do that. We might run out before we get to the party and we'll lose our way. We won't be able to see where we're going. We don't want to get lost. You should go to the store and buy some more oil. Well, while those 5 are at the store trying to buy more oil, can you guess what happened? Yeah, the bridegroom showed up and everybody left for the party. They missed the party. Isn't that sad? Well, Jesus didn't tell us the parable to make us sad. He told the parable as a warning for us to make sure your lamp is filled with oil all the time. What? You don't have an oil lamp? Oh, okay. Well, what Jesus meant was we're to be ready for his return because he's coming back to invite us to a party. But we don't know when. So we need to always be ready. Instead of filling lamps, though, or making sure your flashlight works, we are to fill our hearts. We fill our hearts with something that makes us shine. And do you know what it is? Well, we call them the fruits of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, kindness. If we fill our hearts with those kinds of things, Jesus will know we're ready when he comes back. It don't matter if he comes back at night or day. You have a coloring sheet in your packet. It's going to help you decide what you fill your lamp with. And there's also a craft that I'm going to help you with. Okay? Do you like make-believe? Where we make believe and it's fun? That's what we're going to do today. I'm going to help you make a make-believe lantern. And we're going to do it with a paper plate. So you're going to need your paper plate and some crayons. I hope you got lots of crayons or markers, anything with different colors. And you're going to need some tape or some glue. And I'm going to use a stapler. If you got a stapler, that works too. If you have a stapler, if you use a stapler, make sure mom or dad help you because you can hurt yourself with these. So be careful with if you use a stapler. Probably best to go with tape. Okay? And you're going to need scissors. And again, make sure that you have mom or dad help you with the scissors. Now, on your plate, I want you to draw a face. We're going to draw the face of one of the women, one of the bridesmaids who forgot oil. All right? So I already drew mine. Here she is. She's saying, "Oh, I forgot my oil." All right? So can you make a bridesmaid like that? Look, you got to make a mouth. Where's it at? You got to make a mouth like that. It's got to be round. Yellow or orange or red are the best colors for the mouth. You can use whatever color you want. Mine has a blue nose and blue eyes. She has kind of purple hair. Look at her. She got some earrings there. She got some green looking earrings hanging down, and she's got blue ears. I want you to make your bridesmaid look just like that. Okay? So one's going, "Oh," because she forgot her oil. All right? When you get that done, what I want you to do then next is I want you to take her and fold her face in half. So you got half a face on this side, half a face on that side. Right down the middle. Right down the middle of her nose and mouth. Okay? Once you do that, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to fold. I have to put this down for a minute. After you fold her face in half, I want you to fold her ears in. Okay? Like that. So here's our face. Oh, we fold it in half, and then you're going to fold her ears in. So that what we have is it looks like this now. Okay? You can do that. Now, here's the scary part. Make sure you have help with the scissors. We're going to take the scissors, and I'm going to cut her mouth out. Just like that. Okay? See what I did? Well, I got most of it. This is what you'll end up with. Now, I want you to take this because it's white on one side. I want you to color the other side of that, all right? I'll color real fast. So that you have the mouthpiece you cut out, it's going to be yellow on both sides now. Okay? Can you do that? All right. When you do that, what I want you to do next is take your scissors again, and over here on this end, here's her mouth, here's her chin, this is her mouth, there's her nose, and here's the top of her head. We're going to make a little cut right about there, okay? Just a little cut like that, okay? Then I want you to take the mouthpiece that you cut out and take your scissors, again, get help, and we're going to put those scissors right there. I'm going to make a cut just like that, okay? You're going to take that, put it off to the side for a minute, okay? Now here's where you got to do tape or glue or scissors. You want to tape these closed and these closed and some tape across here so that when it gets done, let me staple mine so I can show you what you got to have. I'll put a staple there. I'll put another staple there. I'll put another staple there. So when you're all done, it looks like that. Okay, you see my staples? So that it'll sit up like that. See how it's sitting like that? Okay, then take your tape or your scissors or your stapler and do one on each end. Tape on each end. All right? Now, remember this little cut you made up here? And you remember this little cut you made on your flame? You're going to put them just like that. Okay? You see our oil lamp? We also want to take and put our finger in the middle there and kind of push down on her nose and between her eyes. All right? Same thing in the back. See, and that's our oil lamp. We made an oil lamp. And our oil lamp will never run out because if we blow it out, guess what? We can just put the flame right back on there because it's always going to be filled with oil. Now, the thing is, what are you going to fill your oil lamp with? That's going to be the question in your Sunday school lesson today. And you're going to see you got a little paper that looks like this. It has all kinds of things on it. See, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Those are the fruits of the Spirit. Those are the things you want to fill your oil lamp with. The same things you want to fill your heart with. So I cut them up into little strips like this. There's kindness. What's this one? Gentleness. What's this one? Patience. Oh, that one's upside down. I'll have to rewrite that one. Put those on your dresser or your nightstand next to your little oil lamp. And every day, you can ask mom or you can tell mom or dad or grandma, grandpa. And they can ask you, did you love somebody today? Were you joyful? Were you happy today? What about patient? Were you patient? Were you patient in waiting for something that you wanted? Were you kind to someone? Did you do a good deed? And if you did, let's say I did. Say I was kind to somebody, and you can say, "Yeah, Mom, I was kind to Jimmy when he did this or that, or I helped somebody else do this, or I helped somebody with their homework, or something." However, you helped somebody, whatever you did that was kindness, you take that at the end of the day, you put that in your oil lamp. Okay? What else do we got here? Love. I love my mom and dad. Put it right in your lamp. Okay? That's your lesson for today. I hope all week you're able to do every one of those things, and by the end of the week, you have your lamp filled with all that fruits of the Spirit. You have your heart filled with the fruits of the Spirit. It's like putting oil in your lamp. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. I hope you enjoy the craft. I hope you enjoy the puzzles. And I hope you enjoy doing all those things that are going to help fill your lamp for Jesus' return when he comes. All right? God bless. Have a good week. Know that God loves you and that we love you. And I hope that we see you soon.